Another strong piece of evidence that Mathew Franklin Whittier, not Edgar Allan Poe, wrote The Raven. Number 16. There is yet another set of clues concerning The Raven to be found by comparing the version which Mathew Franklin Whittier published in the February edition of American Review under the signature of Blank Quarles with the version that Edgar Allan Poe published under his own name in the paper that he himself wrote for, The Evening Mirror. Poe made a handful of revisions, but what he couldn't anticipate is that the entire body of Mathew's work would someday be digitized and searchable for purposes of comparison. The two most significant changes concern the use of the word sublunary and the contracted spelling of the word lamplight. There are two examples of Mathew using lamplight, both found in a compilation of stories plagiarized from Mathew by Francis A. Duravage in a book entitled Three Brides, Love in a Cottage, and Other Tales. One occurs in a story entitled The French Guardsman, where the relevant line reads, Henri's sword instantly flashed in the lamplight, and Saint Prix drawing his rapier, they were instantly engaged in deadly combat. The second appears in the Green Chamber. The window shutters were left unfastened, that the bright lamplight and ruddy firelight might stream afar upon the wintry waste, and perhaps guide some benighted wayfarer to a hospitable shelter. However, while I could find only two spellings of the contracted form of lamplight in the body of Mathew's published work, he used the word sublunary 11 times over the years, in addition to deliberate misspellings in 8 numbers of his flagship series, the satirical Ethan Spike, for a total of 19 instances. In the original printing of The Raven, as found in American Review, the 9th stanza reads, Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no sublunary being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as nevermore. Poe changed sublunary being to living human being, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door. Arguably, it could be said that this is an improvement, although it makes the rhyme a bit more cartoonish. In any case, it simply indicates how attached Mathew was to his pet expression, sublunary. Perhaps it had once figured in a private joke with his late wife, Abby, for whom the poem was written, and thus appears there as a secret tribute of the sort that Mathew was fond of embedding in his works. Note that this stanza features a joke, that of mistaking the bird's name for nevermore. Even in his darkest moments, Mathew, a humorist, couldn't resist adding touches of the ridiculous, as the editor of American Review had noted in his introduction. Poe seems to have used this word, sublunary, only once, in an 1839 story entitled William Wilson, A Tale. This is a somewhat heavy-handed morality tale, and as such seems unlikely for Poe. It would be quite consistent with Mathew Franklin Whittier's work, but beyond that, at present, we can't go. We can, however, say that for Poe, the word sublunary certainly wasn't a particular favorite, as it obviously was with Mathew. A third revision in The Raven suggests Mathew's sincere mystical leanings versus Poe's penchant for horror stories. In the 11th stanza, the opening line reads, Wondering at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, whereas Poe changed the opening word so that it now reads, Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken. In other words, Mathew writes of being in awe, whereas Poe's character is merely scared. Still, it is the appearance of the word sublunary, a particular favorite of Mathew's, and its replacement by Edgar Allan Poe, which, taken together with the previous 15 pieces of evidence, provides the strongest clue of Mathew's original authorship of The Raven.